friends, another Trump dream for you. This one was relatively recent. It was in May of 2023, May 17th, 2023. And this one is Donald and Melania Trump attending a wedding with a real bride. Okay, in this dream I was observing Donald Trump and Melania at a wedding, and I sensed this was in Saudi Arabia or India, like somewhere in the Middle East or Asia. I perceived that Trump was the leading world dignitary. I heard Trump say, "Here's a wedding celebration and the bride is a real woman, not a man or a trans." The attractive bride wore a white tunic with loose-fitting pants tapered at the ankles. I took note that she, for some reason I wrote this down, I felt like it was important, she did not have her face covered. I saw a front page headline of this wedding and the corresponding article discussed the newlyweds' net worth. I recall seeing several commas in the number, like hundreds of millions. I knew the bride and groom were very wealthy. There were many familiar people helping me clean up. Wedding guests were dropping what looked like black plastic coins onto the tables. I collected them as the groom supervised. There were sound tech guys who were keeping the celebration running smoothly. At the end of the evening, I noticed the bride was perched in a small tree, observing the workers. It seemed like she was evaluating the integrity and character of the people making this evening happen. I sensed that all the servants were Christians. They projected a calm and polite disposition representing Jehovah, God, well. The bride may have had a weapon or some sort, something that she was holding in her hands because parts of it were falling onto the ground under that little tree. And I perceived that those things were also being picked up and collected too. So that was the end of the dream. I have a few notes. The India, Saudi Arabia, Middle East, Asia reference. I know there's been quite a few podcasters out there saying that Trump is not just working behind the scenes to restore our Christian Constitution Republic, but that he is also working actually a worldwide coalition of sorts to end the greedy, bloodthirsty powers that have been subjugating and suppressing many nations. So I thought that was an interesting notation in this dream. Also, Trump notes that the bride in this dream is a real woman. And this may be speaking to the gender confusion issue that's become a concern for a lot of people in our world. But I also believe that this real woman is the bride of Yeshua, which is a biblical analogy of the men, women, and youth that have placed their faith in him and are actively advancing his kingdom on earth. So the rich newlyweds, I like that part. I sense that that's the family of God that has great wealth. And although there's nothing wrong with financial wealth, I believe that this more or less pertains to our incredible power and authority that we have over the enemy of our souls. Okay, the black plastic coins may speak to the fact that the world currencies, which are provided by central banks, are truly worthless plastic, and they're blackened or tarnished by the greedy world bankers who wish to control and subjugate all people. The world population is being tested to see what we are made of in these rough economic and spiritually challenging times, so hopefully we can remain calm, like the workers in the dream, and reflect Jehovah's love and peace. The weapon that I think that the bride is holding, that brought to mind 2 Colossians chapter 10, verses 3 through 8. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty for the pulling down of strongholds, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Yeshua, and being ready to punish all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. So praise God. Let's exercise our power and our authority, the wealth of the kingdom, and just focus on the fact that we are his bride. And oh my goodness, Max, you're being noisy. We are his bride, and I don't know. I'm excited to see what God's doing worldwide, not just in our nation, but the move of God is happening all over the world. So again, shalom, shalom. Comments welcome. God bless you guys.